rise. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome once again to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. Without further ado, Chair, for our next item on our today's agenda. Madam Chair, over to you.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I will call on Honorable Sila to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Arrahmanir rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وآل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد برحمة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق الناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره عظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God and Father, the one whom we adore, we bow in silence at your feet today, asking for mercy. Forgive our misdeeds. We commit ourselves into your care. Heal us from every infirmity. Take away shame, disgrace, and embarrassment from our midst. Enable us to be steadfast in our task, and grant us divine grace and mercies as we continue to serve you with sincerity of heart, today and forevermore. Amen.
Good morning. Welcome, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat.
Iko be bismillah kan. Iko si sira ngota dole.
Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Iko ite se do da hanu san ibe bismillah kan ne. Iko bismillah bare hanu san hakil to le mu ko ke hakilo blandi ko ye kalo men kenu jang kunu wo kalo le bela hanu san.
Bismillah.
Itulo ben no.
Ntulo bala.
Very well.
Mr. Danso, good morning.
Na alpha be sama la ko so man na weri.
Isama.
You are welcome
Morning.
back.
Ako bisi be bismillah kan.
Baraka bake.
Thank you.
Let me proceed.
Good morning. Good morning to the commissioners and everyone present, Honorable Secretary. Mr. Danso, how are you?
Danso ako so man na weri.
Abeja.
So we were discussing yesterday the issues regarding your relationship with the Staff Welfare Association of KMC and the former CEO.
Ako ni haklo bakan san kunun labanta ko momena wala mo itemo ining KMC wala Cardiff Municipal Council ila Welfare Staffs Association.
To be specific, issues regarding the bribery allegation.
Ako san ni ajube diamo ko momenti wala mo duko mi alon ko yetu mi ala ko ketale
Between you and the former CEO, Senator Martin Sonko.
wala mo itefango itemo ining ila CEO membe nunje ikamen fo Senabu Martin Sonko.
But before we proceed, we had asked that you produce some documents yesterday.
Ako bar dan nimbe dunna ko wol kono folo nyinin karo menti sa wala kunun nga kalmo fo enu jang ko inyanta kay dol samala dang. Yes.
Where are the documents?
Ako kay dol le inana taleba.
Nindol natale.
Yes, I came along with some of the documents.
Nindol manano.
But unfortunately some of them are not.
Let's see the one you have.
Ako sign many be bulu ye woli itandi.
We apply to tender a certificate of business registration, Almot Real Estate Company Limited. Into evidence as exhibit. And the memorandum and article of association of Almot Real Estate Company Limited into evidence as exhibit.
Ako sign to ko kala kay tol me alan ko fango menu di sa himba dundila commission to ka kese de rangote yamo se de jaro.
Bismillah.
Thank you.
A certificate of incorporation dated the 22nd of May 2019 for Almot Real Estate Company Limited. A business registration certificate also dated the 22nd day of May 2019. Memorandum and Articles of Association of Almot Real Estate Company Limited. These three documents are admitted in evidence together as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/AD in brackets 1/KMC/002.
As the commission places. Now, so then, so you had the land was given to you by the vendors for $2 million. The kabilo?
Ako amunta ko san chenolu mi alan ko membe bulu ye mendi la kabilo le adila andwe aliye songo wala nangamo mi alan ko nyanta jola wala inyanta jola menna wala million fula.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
And how much was your agreement with KMC for the purchase of the land?
Ako ite dung inin KMC albenta jelle la pro nyin cheno nyin ka wafima.
Mbe ploto waf kan KMC ma $60,000 islala.
I was selling each plot of land for $60,000.
How many plots?
Ako plots jelle beju
167.
167.
And that is 10 million.
Ako
$20,000.
1 million tang
Willimwa
ni saba.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you minus 2 million, you're going to have $8,020,000.
Ako amunta ko ni million fula bondi million tango kono abetula je million sei Willimwa.
That's your profit.
Yes. Ako wala betela profit odi. Yes.
How many payments did you receive?
Ako jori jeli yemen sorebulu
from KMC altogether?
O wala joro be mi alon ka keta KMC jo ako jellem e jelle jo jelle la.
Nto haimano la sainte.
I cannot be able to say that off head.
Roughly about how much?
Ako asikeno kome jelu ka haima hana manke exactly figure.
Almost 8 million totally.
Almost 8 million gone.
More than that.
They paid you almost $8 million.
Ako ejo men natamida $8 million. It's more than that.
Now, before, did you pay the kabilo?
Ako kabilo menta mu kenoti ejo lebang.
Juma?
Kabilo lo menta mu kenoti ako yewol jole bang.
O manke kunkujanti.
No, that is not for the one in Kunkujang.
You see, don't bring the issue of any other land here. We are talking about the land that you had an agreement with the Welfare Association. Did you pay the Ture family? The land.
I finished business with them.
Did you pay them the full money, $2 million?
Ako ila million flow yejo.
Ani mejo wala because near business or terminate.
I did not pay them that amount because the business I have terminated the business.
Where is your termination?
Ako ila termination kaito le.
Termination kaito maybe in Taran Sasa ngagiwe.
Maybe if I go back I will search and check whether I.
How much did you pay them?
Ako yejo le dundi yejo yelle la.
Nga wuli keme saba wuli tawulu dundi.
I paid $350,000.
$350,000 to them.
Ako yadi tolla yajo ture kuno.
Ngojo tolle ya.
Yes.
Nga bulldozer jo.
I paid that to them and I paid the bulldozer.
Nga Kenstiel fanajo.
I paid those with the chancel.
I am not asking you your other investments, what you did with the money. I'm asking you your relationship with the Ture family, those who gave you the land.
To the family,
you gave him $350,000?
Yes, that is what I
all the money sure you have collected from KMC?
Yes, that is the amount I paid.
6 November, you were paid $200,000.
Ako November karo tilibu woro ye jo Willy Muang.
Uli?
Chemefula, 200?
Yes.
Chemefula, Willy Chemefula.
Uli Chemefula, yes.
Yes, that's
you
correct.
had about 8 payments made to you.
And we jo menta da fosi sinya say.
Sinya say.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
You were paid $200,000, $259,500, $262,000, $278,000, $279,000, $284,000. The list goes on. You receive more than $1 million.
Ako nyinem nanga molti akamembe hay majang ako ikaw kodo ye bejo andu ye mem mutai bulula tata level meta million kilin.
Before August 2021.
Ako wolem August 2021.
Yeah.
But yes, still you only gave them $350,000.
Ako ba kodo kono betu ite menjo kabilolo wolem wili cheme saba wili talu.
Ni wole business o yin bondile.
I have, terminated the business.
No.
You know kodo menjo.
The monies that they pay. The monies you are talking about. That monies have been spent in a different way.
That's not true. And entirely spent. You held bent on just misinforming the commission. You did not terminate the contract. The two family terminated the contract, and we have the document here. And I will show it to you. Please show the witness this time.
But for myself, I told them that I cannot be able to go ahead with you.
Did you terminate the contract, or did they terminate the contract? That's the question.
I told them that I cannot go ahead with you in this business.
Are you listening to yourself?
Yes, I do.
You want the business to be terminated. You went to tell them that they should terminate it. Why can't you terminate it yourself?
Are you the party to it? Business or terminate, and the business or terminate. No, they came to my office. When we went to the bush, I found one small cost. He have
real estate lady.
Yes, they have another real estate. When I come across them, or I found them there, they informed me that they own this land. But I informed them that this land too was sold to me. And we are all here. And I don't want to tamper you. And I don't want you to tamper me. It was like that. Then between me, I have no business with you. The people I bought this land from, they are the people to know exactly what is going to happen. When I called them to my office, I informed them that I went to the bush. I was just putting pegs therein. Smile course found me therein and informed me that they own the land. They showed me the transfer papers, and I realized that they get it before I do. Then I was the last person to get it. But you never informed me that you have sold this land and you sold the land to me. So I cannot be able to continue this business with you. When they left,
Mr.
Ture then informed me that he is going to terminate the business. He called me and informed me. I agree. I say whenever, if you are to terminate the business, all the work that and the monies that I advanced to you, you refund those monies to me.
You are changing the story. You said you went to them and told them to terminate. Now you are saying that
I mean they came to me.
You first said you went to the family
Itata Toure Kabilo Ninkono.
and asked them to terminate the business.
Ya for a pre contract on terminate.
Now you are saying
Ako sai kame for the wolem
Mr.
ko.
Ture told you
Wolna te ko.
he will terminate the business,
Ako Ture Ture ko
the contract, and you now told him if you are to terminate it, you must pay me my interest.
anu je inata iko ikinata fa ko na trabe o kela wato ila kodo adin dépense be men ke je abamudulla
Is which?
ako sa wo fulol jumalem kuma jumale lota
Ntelo ko na ko do sende na.
I told them to refund me my monies.
Okay, go ahead. We have your termination. We are waiting for you to land. Go ahead.
Ako mbe to kam
Now you ask them to terminate the contract.
ako sa yenyi ninga ifangole ko
Nte fongola wo fo Toure telephone to.
I said that to Ture. I informed him through telephone.
Nga telephone ne o ine de kon tata normale.
It doesn't mean that I went there, but I
Did you
called.
ask Mr. Ture to terminate the contract?
Ha.
Ako itele anyi ninga
Telephone la for Mr. Toure.
Yes, I informed him.
Mr. Toure mantra balure ngabe damen do
Please
mbatara
just
la
answer
ye.
the question. Did you ask Mr. Ture to terminate the contract?
Ako ni yenyi ninga menna yo jabi. Ako itele kai ko I contract ko terminate.
Ha telephone call to.
Yes, it was a telephone call.
Did he terminate the contract?
Ako alabanta o kelabang?
I terminate kele.
Yes, he did.
What was his reason for terminating the contract?
Ako daliru jumale atina contract ko terminate.
Because ngamen tarandi je.
Because the people I found on the
Ngola fire ko ni walta den wala ngata nyo saba kelo.
that's the reason why I told them that I cannot be able to
What
be with
was
them there.
his reason? Now, when you asked him to terminate the contract and he wrote a letter to you to terminate the contract, what did he say in the letter?
Ako san kabri ite kay nang ko san contract ko ning atetano mbatu nga terminate ite sa terminate. Ako kabra terminate letter o safe ay mune foye.
Ay men foye.
Yes.
Hakilo to manola.
I cannot remember.
Because
Ako mune asabu.
because you know
Ako ite along.
what you are saying is not true.
Ako fango yalo ne ko ika kalmo be men fo jang amanke tonya.
It cannot be true.
And that kenola tonya di fanan.
It is a lie.
Ako mu fanality.
Let me now show you the document.
Ako bata kaito itandi.
And you will see the reason
Ako yaje dalilo me atina.
for terminating the contract.
Pour contract ko ni ata terminate.
And it only tells volume of you.
Ako
It's volume of you
ibajila ko kome itela karola.
because it will confirm the fact. It will confirm the fact
Ako wobe senandro kela wala wobe itandro kela ko.
that you are capable of going around bribing public officers.
Ako baitan la ko to nyala ite fanan kata moti me ko idal tala le andu ila silolem kata official to ka official do ko la ke bribe wala ke duku. Dukuro wo mi hake ite la do ko wolati.
Na. Allo? Naja.
Do you recognize that document?
Ako kaito ni ya sudele ba?
Ha nga kaito yin sude.
Yes, I do.
Is that the termination letter from the Ture family?
Ako fonyi ne kata Ture family termination letter tiba.
Ha yen kaito nte mayen kaito yin pri ibe kaito sambalante na wato mena. Nyi manta record nga bala fa.
This paper or this document
Nyi dodo manta record nga bala.
when they brought this to me, this paper
Ye men
was not
sambante na nyi manta record ngo bala.
those writings on the
My
paper
friend,
was
bring the
not
document.
there.
Bring the document.
Nyi manta record ngo
Yes,
bala.
don't worry.
Ako kana kudanko.
Okay.
You said you took the Ture family to fraud squad.
Ako ite nata for Ture family nkole ko.
Is that true?
Ako?
Yesterday you said you took the Ture family to fraud squad.
Ako ifangole ya fo janko Ture kabilo ye sambale first
Ha ni tara fraud squad.
yes, we went to the
You
first.
said you took them to fraud squad.
Ma fo ndenge samba yede.
Excuse me, sa ila mo ba? Iko kamane ka kangole fo na me fo ngal ngalo na ko ite angale kangole.
Okay.
Iko so domani kurusi nyomo yamo.
Okay.
Very well. I did not say that I took them to the fraud squad.
Now who took who to fraud squad?
Ako juma samba fraud squad.
Turale samba fraud
It
squad.
was Ture who took me to the fraud squad.
Exactly.
Ako hanka.
That is the issue.
Ako nyine musiloni.
So you misled the commission yesterday when you said you took them to fraud squad.
Ako kununde yentol filindi janere bari fangole ya fajanko itele wol samba fraud squad.
Ngamara manna kumomo ya baru
Maybe you don't hear me well.
nko turale samba fraud squad ni tara fraud squad.
Ture took me to fraud squad.
Why did he
and
take
we
you
went
to
to fraud
fraud squad?
squad? Ako sani Allah ta fraud squad adali romu munati na ay sambaji.
Puru ngana kodo soto.
Puru
Yenna kodo sendima.
so that they can refund me the
Puru
money.
ngante ngamulo fata cheno yimma.
So that I can leave the land.
Why did Ture take you to fraud squad?
Ako munati na Ture te samba fraud squad.
Puru kana ta cheno yinto
So
kota
that
ya.
I leave the land, not let me not go to the land.
That's not the issue of fraud squad.
Ako man ke fraud squad la
They can go
problem.
to the simple the police station nearby.
Ako to mo ni wala mo ate amang jara futa jalta police
To
station.
fraud squad because there was an allegation of fraud.
ntata gunjuru station
Ako
oto
ni aje alta da fraud squad adaliro menti wala mu tapale ko wala wulita je wala funtita je.
ay samba gunjuru la folo to
Wait a minute, they took you to fraud squad because there's an allegation of fraud.
Ako daliro meati na samba fraud squad wala ko daliro bijele wala asenata le ko ye tapale ya le tamandi.
Because you were paid monies by the welfare association and then you never really accounted all those monies to the family.
Ako bayri ini men be nyola business la wala ye joko do la wo kodo nyi inene mo wodi ko cheneti yolla.
You want to deny that? We can call the fraud squad.
Ako na tra ibe o soso la jang.
amanje ko ngadi laide
Ako na tra ibe o soso la jang.
bari ngam fale ngam fo ture nta muntanyu na kodo dino la while sale kodo muta modol bulo kono.
Yes, honorable interpreter.
I don't hear him. Bismillah ko mo.
Nko
I say so.
nta kodo dile tura benno nga kodo diala nka nta kodo dino because of modol la fana ya wa fi wala ma.
Today requested me to pay monies and I said to him that no, I cannot
nka nta kodo dile la
because
wala na en sama fraud squad
Sadly.
this is the reason why he took me to fraud squad.
because I wa fi modol la follow ma.
Because you have sold the land to other people.
No, he took you to fraud squad because there's an allegation of fraud. The idea that you took monies from the welfare association, you sold the land, and you never really paid them the full amount.
Ako dalio menti wala ko ite tapale ale tamandi je because ye kodo ta state hol bulu beru nyanta je sanna andu manna kodo di itol la kabilo la men ko itol le tamu cheno.
Wait a minute. I had told you, wait a minute, just hear me out. And I had warned you.
Ako andundu a fo neko.
You lie about that.
Ako yeto ye wuli ala fo je wala
Invite the fraud squad,
ye fanya for fraud
and they
squad.
will bring the files,
Ibe file sambala na
the allegation against you.
ye tumi menna.
You and I know I will do that. And if it is proven that you are lying,
Ako ni wona take ko data je ko tonyala mu itebe fanya la jam.
we will not hesitate to make an application
Ako hana science ante ate hawje la fang isaje ko asidane do ko commission la
for perjury,
pour ko pajore wala ka ko fu me yaron ko amansoto.
and we will apply
Andu wo
that you
ibaje
be
la ko
prosecuted for it.
luwabe la le kanne ise citinno ko.
Is that not true?
Ako faman ko nyano.
ko ngamune ke
Ni fanya fo jang ako ise apply no science isaje ye file samana ya justice ko tonya e kamen be fo jang fraud squad ya tan ko amansoto.
That the idea, the truth is that you were taken to fraud squad because the allegation was you never disclosed the full amount
Ako beri
that was paid to you.
ni ajube wala ko fraud squad dalio me sambaje andu men fotaje wala me tapale ala ke bari kodo mi ala ko yemme mutay bulo la we jo menna andi kodo me tan nyun la amanka kilinti me jo ila kodo la.
mambala wala de
I don't deny that.
No, is it true or not?
Ako aketale bang fo amansoto.
mu yen sama fraud squad men mera kodo dila o mu tonyaldi yen sama fraud squad mera kodo
That is
dila
true because they took me to fraud squad. Why? Because I don't pay them their money.
Simple. Let me now read you the letter
Ako ipatu sanya letter from Kare Abu.
written by Lamin K. Ture and family, Woodville village,
Lamin Ture anala kabilo wala safe mi alan ko wolbe Juru village.
West Coast region.
Membe so brigama banko kam.
To you, Alieu Danso, CEO, Almot Real Estate.
Andung ya safe mela wala mento yala wala mu ite Alieu Danso wala mu Almot Real Estate.
It says, we the above mentioned name
Andung jele nata fako itol dol mi alan ko itol beje.
hereby terminating the contract we had between you
Ibijele wala mu contract ko mi alan ko adibe te tema ifele ba akuntu kan wala ba tamnet kan.
regarding the agreement about land at Kunkujang village.
Wala mu ale albenta kanto menna pour cheno membe Kunkujang sato to.
It came to our notice
Bara inata kalamta ko.
that the information that you had been giving us
Ayitel ka chibarol men fo itolier.
about KMC Staff Welfare Association
Wala mu KMC ila Welfare Staff Association.
are not paying you money since you got an agreement with them.
Wala mu ko ikafo ne ko wolu man ko do mejo ko do la kabri ni wol benta kanto.
It's false.
Ako ma wo man na ke kuma lori ngoti.
We knew that the KMC Staff Welfare Association had already paid you
Wala ta kalam tale ko wala ya fanya me wala min tolna ta kalam ta ko KMC Welfare Association staff woli ete jole foi pareta.
over $2 million
And yejo men na tamita million fulala.
$100,000.
We will chebe killing.
These are the mode of payment from KMC Staff Welfare Association.
Nyinne mu kodoti wala jornya me alan ko KMC Welfare Staff Association ya
The
kele.
first payment
Ako jori follow
was that was paid to you.
Mi alan ko yete jo wala.
6th November 2020.
Wala November karo ay tili woro 2020.
$200,000.
Wili cheme fula.
The second payment.
Ako cheme jori fula nyango.
7th December 2020.
Wala December karo tili woro wala 2020.
$259,500.
Ako wili cheme fula wili town kononto wili talulu anin kononto.
The third payment.
Ako sabanyango.
24th December 2020.
Ako December karode tili muang anin nani 2020.
$262,000. $262,500.
Wili cheme fula wili taworo anin fula cheme lulu.
The fifth payment.
Ako jori lulu njango.
That March.
Ako March karo tili saba.
No, sorry.
Ako hekato jen.
Yes, that March 2021.
Ako March karo tili saba 2021.
$279,166.
Ako wili cheme saba wili tang kononto tang woro anin kononto cheme fula.
31st March 2021.
Ako March karo tili tang saba anin killing.
$279,166.
Ako wili cheme fula wili tang woro wala anin kononto cheme fula bututu woro.
7th March 2021.
Ako March karo kabra tili woro wala soto 2021.
$284,460.70.
Ako wili cheme fula wili tang sei anin fula bututu taworo anin fula.
June 15th of June 2021.
Ako June karo tilitang ani lulu 2021.
$285,960.70.
Ako wili cheme fula wili ta lulu anin kononto cheme lulu.
It says after receiving all this amount of money from the KMC Staff Welfare Association.
Ako nata nyine foje ko kabriye nyin kodo be soto wala ya ejo wala menu KMC Staff Welfare Association.
You had only given us $350,000.
Ako kodo kono ite menjo wala yet bi mendi itol bulu wala tata fo wili cheme saba wili talulu.
Only with endless stories.
Ako kaboto sain kuma kalanta ngol dron.
Since the family knew exactly what had happened between you and KMC.
Ako barade kabri wol nata kalamta menta wata ite KMC tema.
KMC Staff Welfare Association.
Welcome KMC Staff Welfare Association.
And had waited for so long so as for you to settle us our money.
Andu amenta ko wolbe siride ameta be patukang puru saje ko yela ko dojo.
And still now nothing.
Ako hansan imam fenjo imam fenke.
We are not taking our land. We are taking our land back from you.
Ako sainde din kumude ila cheno feye ba busila ibulu.
And the parties involved will be informed as soon as possible.
Ako andu momo melon ko adabi je wala melon ko fenso je ba kalam tanira le hanate mela.
Yours faithfully, Lamin K. Toure and family.
Ako jela nata fako atel Lamin Toure anala kabilo wala la dimbayalo.
They copied the SO, the station officer, Gunjur Police Station.
Ako ya copy o jing wala kaito safe do di Gunjur Station officer la.
They informed the Alcalo Gunjur Kunkujang village.
Anu Alcalo membe Gunjang sato to ya kalam tandile.
And the KMC Staff Welfare Association.
Andum fana ini membe business la membe kanem fing welfare association ye wol fana kalam tandile.
That's exactly what happened.
Ako nyine keda nyine kuma kangol.
Do you deny any part here?
Ako sa nyin kuma kangol fo fende bi men soso.
Fende yenga men soso.
I deny no part.
Bari kuma kangol yin Baboucarr legen safe.
But this written by Baboucarr.
Because you man nanta no makany ngamenjo.
Ako kamen
sada
ako kamen sada ni membe keri man nyota hani fende.
Very irrelevant.
Ako man nyota hani fende na fata le kamen sada.
You acted dishonestly.
Ako
very dishonest.
Yemen tamandi ye wala mu ye jikla tele mo le jikla tele.
It shows you are a very dishonest person.
Ako man tiligi banke moti mi an ko tilinta bari tilimbali abale tamandi jang.
But this is your business with the sellers.
Ako nyidne keta itela safaroti wala la business odi ani men be wafiro la men ka.
If you can do this,
andu ine nyinke.
You had more than $8 million is profit.
Ako itatale fo kodo soto mi an ko ila profito atata fo million sei.
It only makes sense that you can bribe people $1 million.
Ako sa wo se itani no je hani million of sa di no mola ka dugu.
So the idea that there was this issue of bribery between you and Senabu for $1 million is.
Ako sa ning mo wala miro men bije wala kumol men fota ko iteni Senabu tema yudu ko kelemen ata fo million killing.
It's true.
Ako tonale.
The idea that you left $30,000 in her office.
Ako ila yitandiro wala may min keta je kodo mi alon ko yatu ala office to men da fo wili tansaba.
Whether you gave it to her personally
Ako fo ya dunga tele bulu
or you left it there,
fo ya tunduje
she used the money.
pour ka ata ko ta
You offered bribe to a public officer.
ako amunta ko itele itata a public officer ka duku.
She accepted bribe from you.
Aka fanan na da song ila dukurola.
That is a fact.
Ako fenne lori ngole woti.
But you turned around and went to the mayor.
Ako barhan sa man danje itata mayo ya.
And you informed the mayor about the $30,000.
Ako andi futata mayo ya kibaro fa ko $30,000 odunije.
Is that not true?
Ako fa man ko nyama.
Tonyala mo.
That is true.
Ndama Senabu duku $30,000.
I don't bribe Senabu $30,000.
Senabu yenda kumala kabita Senegal.
Senabu called me and informed me that he intends to travel to Senegal. And he appealed to me so that I can.
You had already said that. Just hope that the commissioners will accept your story. I am telling you, your story doesn't make sense. Because the person you even gave the money to accepted using the money. But said definitely it was given along those lines. So your story is not tenable.
I don't bribe Senabu. She told me that is my statement.
That's okay. Let's move on. Now you went to the mayor and you informed the mayor about your relationship with Senabu Martin about the $30,000.
Akoje inata boje itata mayor ya inata kaitanda ko imenta mata ni Senabu tema wala mu yebili tansabale dia.
Did you tell the mayor?
Akomuna na yo for mayor.
Ndamanda mayor ya puru kafa ko Senabu ya na $30,000.
I don't go to the mayor.
Inform
him that Senabu, I have given Senabu $30 million. I was with Senabu so that I can have my $30,000.
So
that is how he became aware. I don't go to the mayor. It was who requested me to go there. He asked me what happened.
When he asked me,
I told him that Senabu borrowed me monies from Senegal. That is the monies I asked her to refund me. She said she have no money to refund me.
So
then their mayor advised me to just take it easy. He will handle everything.
Do you know why you went to the mayor? Because you had an issue for subsequent payments to be made to you. You wanted to be paid about $4 million. You went to her office. They told you there is no money. You also had to sort out your documents. And to get your money, you had to offer bribe. That is exactly what happened. Now when you offered bribe, it was taken. The money was used. When what you wanted could not happen, you wanted your money back. It is as simple as that. Very simple.
I don't bribe Senabu. I have never done Senabu. The monies are mine
because
they were paying me. That money is my money. I don't borrow her money. She borrowed me money and told me that he's going to Senegal on Tuesday. She will be back on Sunday, and Tuesday let me go there to her office and get my monies.
Do you know Baboucarr? Baboucarr Sanyang, of course you know Baboucarr Sanyang.
Baboucarr Sanyang.
Yes, I do.
He explained in the commission and also in his statement. He said, the third page. Third paragraph.
ako wala mu kalma sabanyango
After 3 months payment, after 3 to 4 months payment to the CEO called me and told me
ako kabri joro keta karifula saba nani njango CEO ya kumandika afaye ko
that we had to engage Mr. Danso about the documentation because he was the one who said that after 3 to 4 months payment he would do these changes, and I called Mr. Danso to inform him.
ako jele CEO na tafaye ko sa nyanta menkela wala mu Danso ka tongo muta isaje ko asi kaytol dada bari afangole afajanko atebe o kaytol dada la kari kili saba nani njankon
That the CEO told me, what the CEO told me, but he told me that the monies are very small to make those changes, and he will even need a loan of $4 million from the Welfare Association.
ako je si data asiyo na tamen fa wala ko kodo me alon ko yeme mendi itela ko kodo do atale ite fango ibela frim menna wala bela flam menna wala ko ibina je pour ini e kacha ise don to million nanila
And I told him that we are not having that amount of money, and the monies that we are paying him is from the monthly deductions of staff.
ako jela nata fa ko ha ndede ngam men fot Mr. Danso wala ko ndol ko dito ndol bulu jam ko do fa mi alon kon ka jo menna amunta ko welfare staff wala joro ila salary ka kuntu wolto ka jowal
But let him write to the CEO, which he did.
ako bot isi safero keno ya safe ya CEO pra kalamta anda data ko safero ke
Because I was later given 2 letters by CEO from Mr. Danso.
ako jele anata fa ko CEO ye letter flat diala mi alon ko abota Mr. Danso le ya
One was an amount of 4 million, and the other was 3.5 million.
ako kilimo nyi wala mu million nani wo do mu 5 million nani chemelulu bili lulu
Is that true?
Bili chemelulu
Did you write?
ako fo ifawole o safe ba
ndeni Baboucarr mo ro fofa
I don't discuss that with Baboucarr.
Did you write?
ako fo safero kele
hanga safero kele
yes I do
Did you write requesting for $4 million?
ako safero kele kanyini ngare ke pour di 4 million o dila
nga safero kele pour ye kodo dina for 1 year kana yo
I wrote to them and I told them
nga safero ka because
so that they
can yo la karo kari
they can give me monies, and it will take them to 4 years without paying me.
e kan yo karo menna
They were paying me months, or the months they paid.
ndalo ko alala nyo ka aliadi na for 1 year
I told them that now you will just put monies together for 1 year and give it to me.
ndeni Senebu dadia munda wolto
This is the discussion I did with Senebu.
That is not my question.
Ako amenyi ningawa.
You understand that?
Ako yafahamu.
And the sooner you stop, when I ask you one question, you go round circles before you answer, the better for you. When I ask you, did you write to request for $4 million?
Ako nyini ngaro mendi na nyini ngamena yeo jabi. Ako fue safero kele bang meo fenke ya kaita na ko sulata million nanila.
Jumaya Baboucarr
Who Baboucarr?
Did you write requesting for $4 million?
Ako fue safero kele bang kanyini ngaro ke.
nga safero ke kara staff welfare yes
Yes, I wrote to the staff welfare. Yes.
You requested $4 million.
And ila safero to yeme nyini ngaje purisimendi la wala million nani.
nga safero ke men kama wala muginde ko ye million nandi ne kana yo for 1 year
Yes, the reason why I just wrote to
wala safe
Mr. Danso, did you write requesting for payment of $4 million or not?
Yes.
Simple as that. Was it paid to you?
Ako fue jo wala.
hani
No.
It was never paid to you.
Ako wala naman jo.
And you needed the money.
Ako sula ron ko dola. Yes.
And it was never paid.
Ako wala naman jo.
That's the why you were trying to bribe people, and you bribed.
Ako nyinne atina nung ye kato beke pour ka mol duku ami yalan ko inata duku.
And because when you gave that money, it was never what you wanted was never done.
Ako kabriyo duko ke ilafta num menne hammo mendi wo man na soto kote ke wo manke.
You had to go to the mayor.
Ako tumo tata mayor ya.
ndamandu ko
And you
hele
frame it. And you frame it
And we ka frame frata je la kumakangol dada
in such a way
pour nyama
as if it is a loan that you gave out.
pour ka foko ye don torole kay.
You see your act of dishonesty.
Ako ya jele ila tilimbali akata nyama.
ndaman duku kede
I don't bribe.
What you have done is an offense
Ako ye menke woni loi manta e loi tonye.
cannot encourage people like you going around bribing public officers.
Ako bajela ko molte tutula wala ke ma ko wala ke sembentu ya ikata murum ka officer solo ke dugundugu.
And we can't accept people working in public office as well.
Ako fanang molte sonna wala mi yalan ko do hulale mi yalan ko jamala do hulale mo ka même for public officer pour mol ka bribe di la wala ke dugu.
That's all, Chair, for this witness, unless there are questions.
Mr. Danso,
Mr. Danso,
are you still doing business with KMC?
ako hani sa ini KMC albe business wala ba?
Albe business wala le.
Yes, we are.
Have you given them the land that you promised to give them?
Ako keno mi yalon ko yela hidi men na ko ba dilele ako fo yo kele ba?
Ha nga keno dilele.
Yes, I gave them the land.
Ya telela staff sol tema.
And it was been demarcated among their staffs.
Mo be la number soto.
All they have their numbers.
Dol be la ya dada kanne.
Still there, some of them are even erecting their yards.
Bari na kodo man banjola ni KMC tema ansai.
My monies are not liquidated from the KMC staffs still now.
Please bring us evidence
Ako sa yes
you have
sado
a valid agreement with KMC
wala mo kango me yalon ko albenta
and you
kanto
have
menna.
allocated the required number of plots
Andum fana yo chenol men
they
dila
contracted with you.
ananga mo me yalon ko ini woli e memfo. Cheno nanga molu aning
And
albenta
your
kanto menna.
title and the title document of the property.
Andum fana kaitol me ay tan
That
ko
is owned by the company.
mi yalon ko company atola company le tamu kaito me ay tan ko alla company le tamu chenoti ako asulata wala fana.
So we will give you up to Monday.
Ako sante ku kelambe tula fo mbe bala fo tenelungola.
You will bring us this document.
So lungole bina yo kaitol samanang.
All right?
Ya moyle.
So thank you so much, Mr.
Okay.
Danso.
Aba baraka bake.
We will hope to see you when you bring your documents. on
Ako
Monday.
fo tenelungo ni nata ye kaitol samanang.
Okay.
Very well.
Thank you. You are this side.
Nako ise bula no ita.
Please call in the next witness.
Kindly take your seat, Mr. Witness. Mr. Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this commission of inquiry, may I remind you once again that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Sanyang.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Yes, you are welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Council, we may proceed.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. Mr. Sanyang.
Yes, Council.
Just to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
The first is in relation to Mr. Alieu Danso.
Yes.
You had an agreement as a staff welfare association with Mr. Danso, correct?
Yes.
And the CEO at the time had to guarantee to the bank in relation to the loan you had to take, correct?
With who? Alieu Danso?
Ajib Bank.
Okay, okay, yes, yes.
Now, Mr. Danso testified here, the commission, and he explained the relationship between those who are to sell the land to the family. Have you met them before?
Yes, I did.
Before your agreement with Mr. Danso?
No, after the agreement.
Before payments were made to him or not?
After the payments were made to him, some payments.
Some payments. Did you verify the documents that Mr. Danso had?
Yes, Mr. Danso, gave us a land document.
What kind of land document?
An Alcalo transfer.
An Alcalo transfer?
Yes, an Alcalo transfer was given to us, and then a physical planning document that the land is under agricultural use.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you discuss the issue of the agricultural use?
Yes, we discussed it with him. We told him that it's under agriculture and he need to change it to residential. But he was complaining that.
Was that done?
Sorry?
Was that done at any point in time?
To change it to residential?
Yes.
That was never done.
And why would you continue to pay him monies if it was never done?
That was the reason why we later even stopped his payments.
But even making payments in the first place, why would you even make payments in the first place?
Yeah, he was complaining that he was not having money. So
but the documents were not proper. Why would you want to tie the staff, the people that you lead, to an engagement that is not really proper?
Yeah, we believe because this is a duration of at least 3 years.
Yes.
So we told him that within 3-4 months, at least let the documents be, changed so that at least the staff can. Have
you had any relationship with Mr. Danso in relation to you talking to him, calling him to inform him or to solicit bribery of $1 million on behalf of Senator Martin Sonko?
Never.
He explained that you did.
That wasn't right. That was not true.
That was not true?
No.
But how would anyone believe that? Because you were the interface between Senator Martin Sonko and Mr. Danso.
Yes, because Senator Martin Sonko is not paying Danso, or the council is not paying Danso.
Yes.
It's the welfare that is paying Danso.
Who authorizes that? The payment? Who does the deduction?
The deduction is the council.
The
council is deducting staff.
And who's the CEO at the time?
Yes, these are salaries.
But who is the CEO? Who authorizes those deductions?
Yes, Senator was the CEO.
So if she does not authorize the deduction, it will not be paid?
No, what I mean, the payment can be made through the welfare. But when
you don't have the money.
So, excuse me, council. What I'm trying to explain is, when staffs are deducted from their salary,
yes,
those monies are paid to the welfare.
Yes.
And then it's the welfare that is paying now Mr. Danso.
But who authorizes the deduction?
Yes, it's the CEO.
Exactly. So Senator is a very pivotal player in this whole agreement. You cannot remove her.
Okay.
In your statement, you said that, let me count the pages. Sorry, and in your own statement, the third page, the last paragraph, you had said that after 3 to 4 months payment, the CEO called me and told me that we had to engage Mr. Danso about the documentation, because he was the one who said that after 3 to 4 months payment, he would do these changes, and I called Mr. Danso to inform him that the CEO told me, but he told me that those monies are very small to make those changes, and he will even need a loan of $4 million from the Welfare Association. I told him that we are not having that amount of money, and the monies that we are paying him is from the monthly deduction of staff, but let him write to the CEO, which he did. So you had a communication relationship with Mr. Danso?
The only relationship I had with Danso was pertaining to this land issue. Apart from that, I don't have any.
But that's what we are discussing right now. You have a communication relationship with Mr. Danso?
Yes, we normally had communication with him.
Yes.
And then, yes, he was asking for I think twice, loans.
Yes.
That he want us to, give him those loans. And
yes.
We categorically told him that we are paying you from the deduction, and that will be by end of every month. And that was what we were doing.
But his claim is, you also had been requesting for monies for your own personal benefit.
That had never happened.
But how would we believe your own story against him when you don't want to accept his own story?
There is no evidence, or there is nothing that Alieu Danso can bring out that we have.
Why? Because you were never recorded. Is that the case? People have to be recorded to be able to have evidence against them. The issue is you must act within your official capacity, and you must be doing actions that would suggest that you are acting in good faith. You had dealt with Madam Father subsequently.
Yes.
You went to Senator Martin to her house.
Yes.
On 2 occasions.
Yes.
Sometimes in the evening.
Yes.
For official transactions.
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
The reason was Madam Fane was telling us she was very busy.
Yes.
And then she could not make it for us to, meet during the day.
Yes.
So it is only in the evening that she will be free.
Yes.
That we can go and meet her.
Yes.
So I informed the president.
Yes.
Who was staying in Birkama.
Yes.
So he said Birkama is very far. Our vice president is just around Fajikunda. So let's.
Mr. Sanyang.
Yes.
Was there any meeting with respect to the executive that they have agreed that they will send you a treasurer together with whosoever is to go and meet Madam Fana?
Yes, we informed the executive.
Where is the minutes of the meeting?
Definitely.
That authorizes you to go beyond official hours to meet the seller.
There was no meeting, but the executive they knew about it. That is why the president,
Do they agree?
Yeah, of course they agree. That is why.
Where is the evidence?
Well, if the president is contacted, he can justify that because.
He says so. Even if the president says so, meetings of minutes are evidence of actions that are to be taken. You understand that?
Okay.
Even if the president says so, it will not validate your actions because it would only perhaps suggest that he himself as well is part of the conspiracy. Do you understand that? The idea, the fact that people would even do official things would suggest that you wanted a personal benefit. And that is what he is saying. That's what he's saying, the same thing. You went to the house of Fana, it seems to be a practice after official hours.
Yes.
So that's what he's saying, the same thing too, that you had asked for money.
I have never went to visit Danso in this house.
But he's making allegations.
I have never asked money from Danso.
When you land, did he inform you, or did Senator inform you that there is an issue of $35,000 that Mr. Danso gave to Senator Martin Sonko?
Yeah, that was later that Senator called me and told me that Danso, left, money in his office.
Later,
in her office.
Later, as in when?
Just before our issue came up.
Yes.
Yes.
And then what was your reaction?
Well, I didn't. Initially, I told her, "Did you return the money?" And she said she tried to force Danso to take the money, but Danso left the money in her office.
Yes. Was the money ever returned?
No, she said she never returned the money.
Exactly.
Yes.
Anyways, that's all for this witness.
Sorry, I was supposed to
bring documents.
Yes.
Do you have them?
So not all of them, but some of them at least.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Council.
We admit the documents. You have said in, but before we go to page, your pages are not numbered, but I just numbered this one. I'm going to ask you a question on page 6. But for now, have Mr. Danso honored the agreement between the Staff Welfare Association and his company?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I said, did Mr. Danso honor the agreement which is between the Staff Welfare and his company?
Until the time we were removed, those agreements were not honored. But still, some of the staffs are complaining that they did not receive their land. Some of them will even come to me, but I will inform them that I am no more part of the executive, so there is nothing that I can do about it.
So you have no idea of what is going on now with respect to the land issues for the staff?
I had one of my auntie who is part of those who are benefiting from this land, and she saw me a certificate, because I will call that a certificate that Danso give them. So it was just a mere certificate from Almot to the individual beneficiaries.
Now, yes, you are not part of the executive, but don't you think somebody has to take responsibility in making sure that the deductions that have been made from staff,
yes,
is either they have their land given to them, or they make Mr. Danso to pay for these monies, which will be refunded to the staff whose monies were deducted monthly over the years.
Yes, Madam Chair, I think that is the responsibility of the current executive to do that, because they are the one directly now paying, or they are the one paying Alieu Danso these monies. So it's their responsibility to make sure that these staffs get their
all right.
land.
So as at the time you people left the management of the KMC Staff Association,
Yes.
You have said at page 6, your last paragraph,
Yes.
you have said that Mr. Danso connived with some unscrupulous management of KMC,
Yes.
and accused the CEO. What do you mean when you said this? I was reading verbatim what you said.
Yes.
In that line.
Yes.
What do you mean when you said that?
Yes, the reason why I said that was, in the first place, Mr. Danso was lying against Senabu, because initially he said Senabu solicited a bribe, and then 30,000 was given to her, and then that was even used against Senabu when the mayor was writing to the minister and then the Inspector General of Police.
But sorry to intervene. He just finished testifying. He said Senabu never solicited bribe. He loaned Senabu 30,000, which Senabu refused to pay. That's
Where the contradiction is, because if you look at those letters, the mayor himself wrote and said that Senabu solicited bribe from Alieu Danso, and then now Alieu Danso is denying that Senabu had never solicited bribe from him. So it's really contradicted, and based on those allegations that General Council meeting was summoned, and then it was based on our loan, and then that 30,000 bribery allegation.
Now, at what point did Senabu stop the deduction of the salaries to be paid to the Staff Welfare Association?
No, the deduction of the salaries.
For the payment to Mr. Danso.
Okay, that was after 8 months. It was stopped, because what happened was, the land that he gave us at Kachume, it is supposed to be 190 plots of land. So when I went on the ground with with our vice president, we went to do this demarcation with one of our staffs, that's the deputy director of planning, Mr. Seu Sonko. When we did those demarcations, we realized that it was only 160 plots of land that we'll be able to, acquire in that place. So we later told him that it's not possible because the agreement is 190 plots. So you need to allocate us another 30 plots of land. That is the reason why he later moved us to Kitty, whereby we were going to get another 30 plot from Kitty 30 and then Kachume 160 to make it 190. But Mr. Danso was not telling us actually the truth. We later found out that, in fact, before he bought, or before, in fact, he did not bought the land. He was just a middleman. The family gave it to him at a tune of $2 million, and then he came to and gave it to us, the 60,000, per plot. Later, the family came to the office, and they were asking for me, and I met with them. That is Lamin Ture and the two brothers. And they said Mr. Danso is not paying them, and Mr. Danso is accusing that, or is saying that we, the welfare, we are not the one paying him monies. That's why he cannot pay the family. Which I told them that was not the case. Every end of month we are paying Mr. Danso. So I brought all the receipts that Mr. Danso gave us. So I think later he went and paid them 350,000. And we later understand that the family, there was an issue. The family sold the land to one real estate called Smiling Coast, but those Smiling Coast too, they failed to pay the family. There was a plan, so the family decided to cancel that business and then deal with Danso, believing that Danso will pay them their money. So during our this suspension, that the family later gave me this a copy of the termination of contract and told me that if at all we the welfare can deal with them directly, they will terminate the contract with Alieu Danso and then continue with us. But now the price will change. Instead of 2 million, they will make it 4 million. And every end of month, then we will be paying them. So I told them that for me, I'm suspended. I don't have any access to the office. So I will not be able to do that.
So did you know whether they contacted this new welfare association?
No, I don't think they never contacted them. They don't.
But Mr. Danso has just testified that he is doing business with the welfare association.
Yes, Mr.
As we speak.
Yes, Mr. Danso continue with the welfare association. I mean the family that gave the land to Mr. Danso. They never contacted the welfare.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much.
All right.
You can present the documents. We can admit them.
Apply to tender the following documents. First is a letter from Almot Real Estate Company to KMC Staff Welfare Association requesting for $3 million advance payment. Second is a letter from KMC Finance Manager 1, addressed to Baboucarr Sanyang, with the heading job description. Third is a letter from Sir Marin Sonko, addressed to the Honorable Minister, Local Government, Regional Government and Regional Affairs, Minister of Lands, Regional Government and Regional Affairs. We have another letter from Sir Marin Sonko, addressed to the Honorable Minister, the Constitution of the KMC Staff Welfare Association, have an invoice from Almot Real Estate, I have a temporal redeployment addressed to the Assistant Rates Manager and KMC Staff Welfare Association, that are addressed to the CEO with respect to a task force for allocation of plots of land, signed by the General Secretary. And what is this list for, Mr. Sanyang?
Yeah.
You have the attendance list?
Yes, this was the list that we were talking about the last time I submitted those lists, and then you said there was no indication. For the AGM,
yes.
Yeah, it's part of, that one is page 1, that is part of it.
But how would we know that you did not write this overnight?
I did not?
Write this overnight?
No, because if you look at these handwritings,
I cannot know that.
You know.
We will have it, I'd like to have it admitted, but
yes.
I mean, I do not know the weight that will be attached to it. It doesn't have any signature on against the names as well. The list is dated the 2nd of April 2021. All into evidence as exhibits.
Yes, and a copy of the agreement between the welfare and Alieu Danso too this year.
Let's please have that one. Last is the agreement document between Almot Real Estate and the Staff Welfare Association.
Mr. Sanyang, the attendant list that is dated the 2nd of April 2021
Yes.
is not attached to any document. Which document is this?
You know, last time when I came, I tendered some of the lists. So I left this one behind. This was part of it.
Which was it? Which of the documents?
It was the list for the AGM. We were having
for the Staff Welfare Association?
Yes.
A voucher dated the 22nd of April 2019 from Almot Real Estate. It is addressed to the Kanifing Municipal Council. A letter dated the 2nd of November 2023 It is a letter through the Director of Finance, addressed to the Deputy Director of Finance. This is from the Assistant Rates Manager 2, copied to the Lord Mayor, Establishment and Appointment, Committee Chair, Director of Administration, Internal Audit Director, Rates Manager, and Finance Manager 1, with the caption, Temporal Redeployment. A letter dated the 13th of February 2023 from Senabu Martin Sonko, Chief Executive Officer, Baboucarr Sanyang, and Mam Kaba Bas, Supervisor Debt Collection, and Baboucarr Sanyang is Assistant Rates Manager. It is addressed to the Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs. And it has the caption, Recommendation for an Interdictment of Senabu Martin Sonko and Co. to proceed on administrative leave. It is signed by Senabu Martin Sonko, Baboucarr Sanyang, and Mam Kababas. It is copied to the Honorable Minister, Ministry for Lands and Regional Government, Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Lands and Regional Government. And a letter from Senabu Martin Sonko, Baboucarr Jao, Baboucarr Sanyang, and Mam Kababas, addressed to the Honorable Minister with the caption, Denial of Entry into the Council Premises. It is signed by Senabu Martin Sonko, Baboucarr Jao, Deputy Director of Compliance, Baboucarr Sanyang, Assistant Race Manager, and Mam Kababas, Supervisor Debt Collection. It is copied to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs. These documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BS/KMC/009.
As Commission, please.
Sorry, I have additional documents that we need to take. Mr. Sanyang, we will give you this because when we admit this single document, we are not referring it to the, so you will do a cover note and indicate that this is pursuant to the already admitted document, and you explain which document it is and you sign it. So when you come back, we will admit this document so that we can relate it to the document that we have already admitted in evidence.
Okay, Madam Chair.
All right?
Thank you.
You've also submitted the rates schedules guide.
Yes.
There is no stamp, there is no signature. How would we know that this is what you are operating on? There is nothing indicating. It's just we can give you also this one.
Okay.
And indicate that it is coming from the rates office, because
okay.
you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. The Constitution of the Staff Welfare Association The KMC Staff Welfare Association letter dated the 15th of October 2020. It is addressed to the Chief Executive Officer. It has the caption, Task Force for Allocation of Plots of Land, and it is signed by the General Secretary. A letter dated the 24th of September 2019. It is from the Finance Manager 1. It is addressed to Baboucarr Sanyang and copied to the Acting Director of Finance and Human Resource Manager. It has reference KMC/FIN/352 with the caption Job Description. It is signed by Baboucarr Diba. A letter dated the 26th of September 2020 it is from Almot Real Estate. It is addressed to the Kanifing Municipal Council Staff Association. And the last document is from Almot Real Estate Land Agreement Form, Land Transfer Agreement Form between client and the company. It is signed by Almot's manager. These documents are further admitted as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BS/KMC/010.
As the Commission pleases.
Yes, you may proceed, Councillor.
All for this witness.
So, Mr. Sanyang, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And please endeavor to put those documents together.
Okay.
And let us have them by Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Can you face that camera? And then make sure you speak into the mic. What is your religion?
Muslim.
Can you speak into the mic, please?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
Mandinka.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Affirmation.
You raise your hand. Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Can you use your right hand? Raise it into the air and then repeat after me. I, Sekou Sabali, do swear that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth. Shall be the truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sabali.
Sabali, ko tilbulo bedi.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you very much. Please tell the commission your full name.
Ako Tony Kondomo.
Ntom Sekou Lady Sekou Sabali.
Sekou Sabali are my names.
Your address?
Ako ibe sawatri mintole.
Bundung Bohol.
Bundung Bohol. I reside.
Your occupation?
Ako ila doko munati.
I'm retired civil servant.
I'm a retired civil servant.
When did you retire?
Ako wati jumale retired.
September 30th, 2023.
September 30th, 2023.
And before your retirement, where were you working?
I was working at the KMC.
When were you employed at KMC?
KMC ngadoko kumasje September year 2000.
I started working at the KMC September the year 2000.
Do you have your appointment letter?
Appointment letter.
Aha, bembule.
Yes, I do.
May we please see it?
I can say, you know.
Were you confirmed?
I got a confirmation.
Aha, you confirmed.
Yes, I was confirmed.
We applied to tender the offer of appointment letter to the witness Sekou M. Sabali and the confirmation of appointment into evidence as exhibit.
Ako sa ite ko kala ila letter fulolu appointment letter and confirmation on yingi wa dundila ya ke sere jaroti amwe.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
The 28th of September 2000, addressed to Sekou M. Sabali, 36 Banco Street, Bundu, with the subject offer of appointment. The letter is signed by Brahim Jaite for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Mayor, Treasurer, MIS Manager. A letter dated the 14th of May 2003, with reference KMC/ADM/055, addressed to Mr. Sehu Sabali, receiving cashier, Treasury Department, with the subject confirmation of appointment. It is signed by Ibrahima D. Jobate, Director of Administration. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, KMC, and Director of Finance. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/SS in brackets 1/KMC/001.
As the Commission pleases. Now, what is your educational background, sir?
Ko san ikenyi ni kamen na wala mu ila karango adati dula ani ngadandula ila karango munati.
Ndanga karang kumasi Kauru Primary School le.
I started my education at Kauru Primary School.
Kabir mbora je nata Crab Island Secondary Technical School Form 4.
From there I came to Banjul Crab Island Secondary School Form 4.
Ndanda old.
Now, you had worked as a paying out cashier at some point for the Kanefi Municipal Council.
Ako san ila dogo la to me Kanefi Municipal Council ako wate na so da mengi alon ko eketa num pay out cashier te wala mjor lati.
Na ndata wala.
Yes, that is correct.
Since when were you appointed or redeployed to the position of a paying out cashier?
Ako wate jumale na tawo dati ka ke jor lati memu pay out cashier.
Yeah, you deployed year 2005.
I was deployed in the year 2005.
2005?
Very well.
Yes.
As a paid out cashier?
Ako pay out cashier.
And you were there till you retired?
Ako ibiye for what woman I retired.
For retired.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, you have a cash book as a paid out cashier?
Ako e cash book osoto nung kabiri kata pay out cashier ti. Ka cash book osoto.
Hani namana osoto.
No, I have never acquired any.
Okay.
Between 2018 to 2023, were you given any cash book as a paid out cashier?
Ako kabo 2018 kata 2023. Ako for inene man cash book odila wala inene man cash book osoto as a pay out cashier.
Hani namana dinna.
No, I have never issued any.
Nang nsina doko nata alsim mako no ngana doko Kenya pale.
If at all I'll be given the floor, I can be able to explain how I work.
Okay, that's fine.
Please,
please explain to us
what
your work as a pay out cashier.
When I was there, I do pay salaries,
allowances, and sometimes vendors vendors and KMC ni make a business worker.
And the vendors, those who are having dealings or businesses with KMC.
But the system
But the system that was given to me and the system that I found out therein,
payment will be prepared finance department.
The payments are all prepared, or the checks are all prepared at the finance department.
Then COs are signed.
Then from there, the CEO will initiate his signature.
Director of Finance are signed.
The same do as the Director of Finance.
Then as is a labandinter.
Then from there, it came last to me.
Nata cheko me along a benter tola, Sehu Savali.
If I told the checks is put on my name, Sehu Savali.
Nsita bank.
I go to the bank.
But nke webuko sign no follow that because you beka sign and tapanaka webuko sign.
But I do sign the way book because they all sign, but I do sign the way book.
Yes, ninga webuko sign and kana chekol nyinta.
When I sign the way book, that's the time I just take the check.
Then nata cheko membentela ntetola in my.
As I said, if the check is in my name,
nsita bank.
I go to the bank.
Nata cheko nyinkas.
To cash the check.
Nin nata.
Whenever I came back, I do after doing all my payments. After payments,
internal audits are verified. It is okay.
The internal audit will verify and see to it that it is okay.
In fact, ne Basiru Njabe na better screen
In fact, if Basiru Njai is watching at the screen, he will see me and he will hear exactly what I'm saying.
Ninga voucher nyin cash.
When I cast the check,
I cast the description of my job. This person na fenkola nyanta menta mandila.
as it will be indicated as my description.
Akatra voucher nyimbala.
It's on the voucher.
The nena nyanta salary le jola.
If at all I am to pay the salaries,
Nsinanga salary jo.
then it's indicated and I pay the salaries.
Nempareta.
After that,
Internal audits are verified. It is ready.
internal audit will verify to see that it is ready.
Then nga voucher for finance.
Then I forward the voucher to finance.
Because ikonta manya na voucher marala.
They said I should not be able to keep, or I shouldn't keep the vouchers.
Ikonta nga doko ka nempareta.
They said whenever I'm done with my job,
Nyanta voucher murund la jail.
I have to take voucher. I will return the voucher there.
It will like a voucher ni ma.
They keep all the vouchers.
Nintenga payment ka from pareta no ninga pass muka assessor.
Whenever I do payments and I'm ready, I pass the voucher. I will never see that voucher anymore.
Because kabirin 2018 vouchers nyolo.
Since 2018 vouchers,
Ntenna manalo dunta dame.
I never know where they're gone to.
Andung ninga ne internal auditors nyolo.
When the internal audits,
Ne bela iyali fenkola checking na.
when they are doing their new yearly check-ins,
You can voucher beta general audit.
go to the
finance department.
they go to the finance department and take all the vouchers
Yala
there
auditing beke.
and do their auditing.
Nata misafi missing voucher sotota.
For instance, if there is, it happens there is a missing voucher,
It's not attention call.
they will call my attention.
Oh, sir. It's not attention call.
They will call my attention.
But we found no, Abu found because sort of fang.
But for that, it has never happened.
And
That has never happened.
And the external auditors will find a nata.
But the external auditors, whenever they came, I don't have any business with
because
them.
I got a voucher tentable.
Because they know, oh, it happens that I have no voucher.
The information will be Katata Finance
All
Department.
the information is needed by them, they go to the finance department.
The doko commit wrong. Ne voucher in prepare jana ya. If CEO has signed, Director of Finance has signed, I anga sign. Ngana doko ka nempareta. Internal audit verify, then nga pass finance
My
department.
work is just like when the CEO sign and the finance sign, I sign. After my job, when I'm done, I take the vouchers to the finance department.
Nina mtela doko jana. KMC.
These are my work at KMC.
Vendors la business partners
and they are business partners like the vendors. Some of them, their checks came to me. Whenever they came to me, I call them, they sign.
Witness column sign.
After they are signing, I too sign my witness column.
Then the
voucher is released to finance
department.
This is how I work.
And the way book covering 2018.
Since 2018.
Check receive from finance department.
Any check I do receive from the finance department.
No signature begele.
My signature is there.
Director of finance la signature begele.
Director of finance
signature. CEO la signature begele. But we book be and voucher be.
But that books and all the vouchers.
Finance department never maraling abem.
They are all under the custody of the finance. I have no access to them.
Well, Hanata internal auditing bekere or external auditing. This
is why whenever
information bekata general finance department.
This is why when there is auditing, whether be the internal or external, I have no business with them. Every the information they need is at the finance department.
Yes.
Yes, this is my work.
Okay, we have heard you. So, but you don't keep a cash book?
Ako bare cash book table.
Cash
book over table.
Hani cash book table. Yalinte chekola kanadron ani webuko.
The check and the way book.
Ninga webuko sign. Akata CEO sign. Director of Finance has signed.
Before I sign, it happens. CEO have signed. Finance director have signed.
Yeah, nothing there. Ninga sign.
And when it comes to be, I sign.
Then asata the description of the job voucher nimbalal.
That will indicate the voucher will indicate the description of the job that I supposed to do.
Well, either is it for salary, or is it for allowances?
That is either for salary or allowances.
Yes, well, then start bank na check on cash. Then not no voucher treat.
I cast the monies. I come. I treated the voucher readily.
nga voucher ni internal audit ya verify in fact basir la fanka na fankol be audit fan na voucher small be
audit, that is Basiru who always audit my
yes nim pareta do nga pass jana
from there I pass it to
finance department. So now no kata do abanda nte buka voucher jo kotan
when
in my
happens,
life.
that is I'm done with it. I'll never see any voucher anymore.
No, in my
Okay. Now if you are given a check to go and cash,
Ako sign misali feni check or deal apureta ya cash.
let's say it's for the payment of allowances.
Ako sign misali fe iko allowance wala joro.
And you are now paying allowances to individuals.
Ako sign itele ka joro ke ka allowance jo menu nyanta jo.
How do you record that?
Ako ika usafe nyari.
Komi nenata.
For instance, when I come,
because akata imari nyol bela nembe safarin jela nyanta meni jola
all those I should pay, their names are written.
So nente bod nam bank
When I came from the bank,
nteka sondi voucher le dida
I used a Sunday voucher.
ibeka sign daming
They all sign.
near sign
When they sign,
only clip with the voucher
I clip that with the voucher.
nga pass finance
I pass it to the finance.
yes. But internal audit ka be kalamta
But all the internal audit are all aware of that.
nde wala ne fine auditing period nata nte buka involve je.
This is why whenever there is audit, I am not involved.
In finance la ka finance
They deal with
department.
the finance department.
So tell him to allow me to ask him questions.
Ako sign, ako yaso, akenyi ningala, aftenyi ningala.
All right.
Now that we have heard him
Ako sign moile.
as to how he executes his functions,
Kome itela doku wala inyanto ikasa manyame.
now I will ask him some questions.
Ako sign, afanang nyanto lemu, ayenyi ningala, aftenyi ningala menna.
Then he can explain further.
Ako sign, isi menke na ayenyi ningala mena yeo jabi. Ne ilafta fen nyambas la jefana, jabi rokola isa nyambas nole.
Now, my question is,
Ako follow ala ningala menti wolem ko.
you only pay when you withdraw, if the checks are in your name.
Ako sign, iteka joro ke wato menna wolem nin yekoro tana wala cheko be toyala.
You will go to the bank,
Ifango kome memfo nin cheko be toyala, ifango lekata bank.
cash the check,
Yeka cheko nin cash.
and come and effect payment.
Aliena ye joro ke.
Now, if you have paid, let's say for allowance, you have paid, and then there is an outstanding sum,
Ako sign ye kodo cash inata ye joro ke ni allowance lem ye joro ke bare fen tuta je.
what do you do with the money?
Ako kodo men tuta ikaw ke nyaadi le.
Misal fe nata salary leng
For instance, if it is salaries,
ne mo tuta je minimum na
if there are people who are absent,
nka pay back to cash le to the receiving cash ya
I pay these monies to the receiving cash.
janimba voucher
Cash
sorondala
before I will take back the voucher.
ninga fenke ninga payment ke dron ka voucher ni sorondala
Whenever I do that payments, I then close the voucher.
How about if it is for vendors as well?
According vendors all them.
no vendors nyol wol itol ta itol kay voucher la sign dron nyela cheko ye receipt dina nyela cheko dila I wo receipt on ka wala clip voucher nyimbala
For the vendors,
Nga pass.
they come, sign the check, they issue the receipt.
Yes.
Then I give them the check, and that receipt is the one I attach to the voucher.
Now, who keeps the cash book for, or where the money is paid to, money is paid, vouchers raised and money is paid are supposed to be entered? Who keeps that cash book?
According voucher me alanko adoguta anin kodo men jota ako buko ikasa dame jumale ka buko katara jumale bulu.
cash book no cash book atanta nga member cash book bukata trante la office
As I said, there is no cash book in my office.
komi nyim voucher nyol fana
And the vouchers too.
neta the finance ikebe dundi system okono
When it is taken to the finance, they just enter them, all of them in the system.
Now, you have given a statement
Ako if I want a statement no dinunja.
and an additional statement.
Additional flanjang of an.
He will show you these statements.
Ako in statement only by we already it and delayla.
Okay, well,
Yes, these
We
are the
apply to tender the statement, an additional statement of the witness, Seo Sabali, into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement dated the 12th of May 2023 and the additional witness statement dated the 25th of November 2024 are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/SS in brackets 1/KMC/002.
As Commission places. Now, if you look at your additional statement of the 25th of November 2024,
akoni ajuwe itila additional statement wala mela kalma fulan jangoti yemel la fayla diamoto menketa
the second paragraph
karo tilimwang ani lulu ako ila kalma fulan jango
the second paragraph
kalma fulan jango
it reads on the issue of several withdrawals
ako we meitande wala mu kodo mi alon ko aliya bondi si nya jama
amounting to 167 million
ako mentata for 167 million
645,000
$914
87 bututs was withdrawn from the period May 2018
ako Alieu bondi nung kabo May 2018
to January 2023
kata January 2023 ni temo ko na Alieu ko be bondi na.
Now you have said in your statement, you said, however, out of the said amount, only the sum of 27,550,000 $319 three bututs has supporting vouchers. Now the rest, you cannot find the voucher. You had explained that you don't keep vouchers. You return the vouchers to the finance department. Now these are withdrawals in your name. You understand that?
Yes. I had it.
Now the vouchers too would also have, you will have to execute the vouchers, make payments and stamp them paid.
Yes.
And
so let me just confirm the amount that is outstanding without any supporting document. The amount is 140,095,585.85 bututs.
Thank you.
Just for confirmation.
Yes, thank you. So I had said earlier, Mr. Sabari, that you had explained, you explained, you said that you don't keep vouchers. But then, who do you hand these vouchers over to at the finance department?
Finance department.
Lead counsel.
Yes.
Lead counsel.
Sirifunjai, Director of Finance.
Sirifunjai, the Director of Finance.
I'm more from employee. I mean deploy into the office as my assistant. Come here, I own the control assistant.
Deploy somebody in my office as my assistant.
He
said is the one who's going to responsible of all the vouchers.
In fact, assistant or assistant.
This assistant is there.
Signed the Welben office role.
Dabo.
Retired at
now, since my retirement, he is the one in charge.
Since I
was taken there, he deployed that and brought him to me and said he is my assistant.
I send down the finance department can deal back and you bought a call Dante because they concentrate on cash left the color.
Who is dealing with these vouchers with the finance department? But always concentrate on the monies.
The voucher be parade. I said down like be pack. I have some finance department. Sometimes finance department call canali you voucher beta.
Whenever I'm done with the vouchers, she is the responsible of all these vouchers. Take it to finance.
Now, when Now, when the, for example, you have treated, let's say, 10 vouchers in a day. An example is when you have treated 10 vouchers in the day.
Ako niya si misal fe ni voucher tang dada lungo kono.
You have made the necessary payment.
Ako inata o joro ke.
Now the vouchers are to be returned to the finance department.
Abunta ko ni voucher tango jing abe muruna finance department.
Do you sign any way book or any document to indicate that they have received the 10 vouchers issued to you?
Fenne katare bulu way book lemba wala mune mu nyantale ka safero ke wala ka safero ke dame ya sign ka itandi ko bide nga voucher tanne doku andu fele nga voucher tango dundi nga di finance department la ako ko safe dulal to ba
hanim buka safe ala be sedare wala.
It's not written between myself and God. I never read.
Kadu nga nyine lon ko ninga nimpareta drong
because I know that whenever I'm ready or
na assistant local sala aita pass asamba finance
do collect it immediately and take it to finance.
Now for instance, if there is an outstanding amount of money that, let's say for instance you were given 10 vouchers, the value is $100,000.
Ako misal fe ni voucher dila komesa ni ata voucher tang bare baje la ko kodo memba kono ni abe hayma abitale wili cheme.
And you have made payment.
And ite na ta joroke.
You have returned the voucher.
Inata voucher ni murundi.
And they said they haven't seen the voucher.
And sa ni tolko imam voucher je.
What do you have to establish that payments were made?
Ako sa muna be kela itela sedoti wala muna ba kumonyin sembentu yala kaitandi ko tonyale mu ite nyim voucher solu murundi finance department.
Nkolo poete ntela assistant no.
That's what I say.
Wala be dealing voucher la wala ka voucher be pack ay samba na assistant no. Sirfinja la deploy na office for voucher transaction. Ako was responsible vouchers nyola because abkala missing voucher la. Aka man la missing voucher yesoro. So wala na ko because inte be kas kun nante kilinte tar no la nyimbela. So I must get a fonga assistant losoto we tra vouchers nyola karola inte gatra kas la karola. Andu ni ala tema nkaka wala nyampona andu KMC be istadiala KMC be for the management when the management down be alo ndoko nka operate wala nyam and the internal audit fana ya alo ndoko nka operate wala nyam hanale adi yepmand.
If in the KMC they can be a witness me, that is my work, the way I work, because Sirifunjai informed me that he don't want to see any missing voucher. This is the reason why he attached that Genio cashier to me. Whenever I collect or I'm done with the vouchers, they are all collected immediately by him and taken to the finance department.
Now I don't doubt that. You have explained clearly how your work, how you execute your work. And it appears it is trustworthy. You are trustworthy. I believe what you are saying. But we just want to know how now these monies can be accounted for. You had told the commission that you don't record this in any cash book. Correct? Correct?
Correct.
Yes, that's correct.
Correct. That's correct. Okay.
And you don't write that down in any way book.
And we because of a way book of
correct? Correct, sir?
Correct.
That's correct.
And also, the very important fact is that Chief Njai will already assign someone into your office as your assistant to only deal with the vouchers and return them once they have been paid.
And keta fendi ko me fango mel lon ko Sirifu Njai ay mo samona ngi koto mi alon ko wala do ko te kala fango fenti pour ka je ko voucher so même pareta atele ka wukata ate bulu afango le ko sam.
How? Wala be kedi KMC be wala na KMC be wala.
KMC staffs are aware of that.
Yes. What is the name of the person?
Ako tondi
wala Aisha Ndaw sa atleben na place oto je.
Aisha Ndaw is the one my processor.
For how long was she there?
Kabru watu juma la tebi ye.
Kabru 2018 na be je.
Since 2018 both of us are therein.
And this was the practice.
Ako amunta ko nyine mu alka ko tama ni nyame. Yes.
Do you know whether Aisha Ndaw will record this anywhere regarding the vouchers when she goes to the to Sheriff Njai to deposit these vouchers?
Ako sa ni voucher di Aisatu foi pareta. Ako fo yeku kalam ta jele bang fo ka sa fet dulal to bang ka voucher sul mi alan ko ate ya mutabulu abe mendi la sirfin jaya fa ka sa fele.
Aisatu aka voucher be pakle.
She do pack all the vouchers.
Either at a finance department,
whether herself to get the
financial department account clerk will sometimes
the finance department clerks they do come there to collect these vouchers from her.
But no maintain.
But one thing I maintain,
the way book. Any check cash.
I never check any cash.
I sign from the way book.
Signing the way book.
Yes, but the same way you're doing that.
Yeah.
As at the time of receiving the cash. Is the same way you are supposed to sign off when you're returning the vouchers to indicate that you have paid?
Ako anyanta kila nu wala nyama bayri ni cheko di la ka safe we buko to kaita no ko ni cheko ngawala soto ni mbulu ni wati kar nangam le ya sign ako inyanta usila kili ngole tamandla ni fanambe la o voucher sol dealer inyanta le ka safe ka
you agree
ako sondale
yes agree ta wala andu anyanta kala wala nyama
definitely I agree to that
but komi do nga system o tra nyami do
supposed to be like that
continue ta wala but yemen for wala correct wala nyanta kala
what you have said is the correct way. I should.
Because you are even supposed to have a cash book.
Ako inyanta cash book also. Yes.
Whoever deals with cash must have a cash book.
Ako inyanta cash book also.
Whoever deals with cash must have a cash book.
Ako momo meni alon ko ini nafulo le ila do gobe nafulo la karola wala koro la karola inyanta cash book also.
Especially cashiers.
Ako sako atol cashier.
If you don't have a cash book,
if you man cash book soro,
you're like a soldier without a gun.
That is true.
You receive money, you spend money, but you don't have any records of it.
Yes,
that is true.
Okay,
what happened to me?
Komi ba ntanga mutako way book be finance department temal
because I thought that there is a way book between myself and the finance department.
And ne voucher ñol fanan ye samba ekb put into system,
and whenever these vouchers are taken they put them into system.
So ntanga mutako well I am safe komi dal
for that process I thought I was in a safe side.
Have you ever cashed monies and give it to the CEO or the finance anybody in the finance department or any individual working for KMC?
Ako sign in karo menti fo ite fango in tata bank yekoro tananje ni nata ya dung CEO bulu bank wala ya di finance department do kula ba wala momo mi yaron ka be do ko la kanifing KMC fo anane sotale
no ka kodo di la pour
mo
to give them money for what?
That may be the instruction.
Because you
don't have a cash book. I will never do that. You don't record those documents. But you have an outstanding balance. Out of the 167 million plus.
167 million plus.
As far as you are concerned, you can only account for 27 million plus.
Ako isimeng account jang wala mu million wong ani warawla ani feng.
So as the paid out cashier,
ako pay out cashier,
you should have been in a position to say that this is my cash book, this is the evidence, these are the vouchers.
Ako inyantal ka cash book soto me ala ko le kala la sedoti fengo fe me ala ka bota ka safeje vouchers sol ya be safeje.
It is not wrong to give the vouchers to the finance department.
In
fact, the law is that the finance department, the finance director must be in custody of these vouchers.
Ako farania juwe lawyer ita nyameng ako finance department farankata multi me alon ko nyi vouchers ul jata tarle tul marola kam.
But the records.
Ako bare recordul safero.
Evidence of payment.
Ako kaje sedo lu joro la sede anya.
That is your responsibility.
Ako womu itela nyantole tide. That is true.
That is your primary responsibility.
Ako womu itela nyantole tide.
So how do you solve this problem?
Ako sign ibaje la nyinku ite be o kala nyaadile.
So let's can ntanga memira ko kono.
What I thought about it.
kumata ko bawo itul ka bawchal be ke be dundi system o kono la
because they all put the vouchers in the system.
Anun kabrin 2018 nga bawchaw receive je abe webu ko to la nga sign na CEO sign the director of finance ya sign.
Any voucher I receive, my signature is there, the director of finance and the CEO.
O webu ko lu
those way books.
Be wolle tala nga compare.
If I compare that way books,
nga jibe nata manko keta daming.
Then we will see if at all there is shortages there. It will be known.
Check receipt.
Any check I receive.
I sign from the web.
I signate my my signature.
I had told you that is the part that you have received the check. They would not give you check without you signing that you have received check. So when you are giving them back their voucher to show that you have paid, you must also have records. Is that not the case?
That is true.
Now, have you been paying interest?
Impressed ba?
You know, I had asked you a question. When the CEO and the finance director signs a check,
CEO and then director of finance need check or sign.
And you come with the cash.
And
do you not report to them that you have withdrawn the money?
Bank. No, number bank mbuka sarela.
No,
because I can't take up on the tab bank. I don't because the
instructions are
go ahead.
The instructions are already, or the descriptions of my job are already written on the said this thing. So when I go to receive the monies, when I come back, I'll never inform them. I do as I am instructed to do.
Now, were impressed authorized during this period from 2018 to 2023?
Ako impress kabo 2018 kata 2023 for impress benu njele ba.
KMC officials, maybe you asked or given instruction to give a certain amount of money to any officer for that person to effect payment.
Ako come for atene sotami alam ko ye instruct wala ila description of wala ti tay ko do samanang yadi karila purai joroge. Ako phone ne kata jele ba.
No kaponya ta kodo kama yadi karla joroge.
Maybe they need money in the area council. Maybe they have to make effect some payments as well.
No, for that system,
when 1/6
it had ever happened to me. I was paying 1/6, but I was not ready. Sirfunjai came and said to me, council needs money. So the monies left there, let you retire it.
Because $400 and something retire.
On that very day, it was on one day, I retired 400 and something thousand. Because I told him that people are not, all of them did not receive.
Internal audit card verify.
And whenever I'm ready with my job, it is verified by the internal audit. So the retirement
out of that amount, not about 400 and some.
After that retirement, I paid about 400. Let me check. Let me check here.
It's $474,050. How will you out of the cash? $474,000.
$474,000
and $50. Well, look at the first payment out of that salary balance. that is 1/6 balance.
That was the monies I paid, the first monies I paid.
Because payment
while I was paying the C1/6, but I was not ready.
But at a Sirip Njai council need money.
Came that
So
council need money.
Konga kodos pay back to cash so that they see that transaction okay no.
He retired that monies to council.
Welling up 474,000 out of the salary after the 1/6 kodo nta pay back to cash. Pay back to cash.
That is the monies I paid back to council, 474,000.
Kabira Botoro.
From there,
not again another one side the solar kodola.
Again he said still council need monies.
I paid not $98,030 is your code.
I paid $98,030. Yes.
No fananjo.
Yes, I paid that.
Your kabiru bota yeleng.
From there,
kabiru audit natan sorry. Internal audit nata kabiru pareta jorola.
After I was ready with the payment.
Internal audit natan fenko check. Ya kaitol nyimbe check.
The internal audit came and make check-ins. They check all the papers.
Basir nata for you have a balance of 1,253. Janta pay back to the cash again.
He
so
said,
not of
1,253.
$1,253.
And in that I should retire to council.
What receipt will be for the
all the receipts are here.
Thank you. Let me see what you have. So these are internal audit reports.
Yes.
Internal audit report.
Yes, do you want to speak in English?
Very well.
Sorry.
So, in the first one that you were making reference to, is the internal audit report addressed to the Director of Finance?
Internal audit report. Me address finance.
And the CEO is copied.
And the those of the CEO.
The date is 10th of July 2023.
July 2023.
The subject is paid back to cash 1/6 2019. And so this is where it is contained. Correct?
Yes.
And attached to the in the memo or the findings are receipts that Srimja gave you regarding these monies that were taken. Yes, I saw the technician signaling, giving me a signal. Okay. Yeah, so Srimja gave you receipts.
No kodol kabirnge jo intenga kodol jo janale cash receiving cash office.
I paid this money to the receiving
cash
office. They are the one who issued these receipts to me.
Yes. Atoko pay back to cash so that it was also
I was instructed by him for me to pay these monies to the in cash so that I can have these receipts.
Okay, we will have this we are about to have this admitted. The second one is also a payback to cash. 1/6.
1/6.
And
they are all one.
Yes.
One and for all.
Yes. We applied tender days to download reports and evidence as exhibits.
May we rise because GRTS has taken the signal. I cannot admit the document. We'll come back after break.